What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $600 second stimulus check update and your $2,000 third stimulus check update. This week is expected to be a very big week. We're expected to get several different pieces of stimulus and stimulus updates coming this week. Number one is we're expected to get mortgage and rental assistance for you guys this week. In fact, tomorrow, all the states are expected to have the $25 billion distributed to all 50 states, and likely you will be able to start claiming mortgage and rental assistance this month. That is money coming directly from the federal government that you can use to pay your mortgage or pay your rent. It can either go directly to your landlord or directly to you, and you can use it to pay your mortgage and rent for several months. In fact, up to 12 different months, depending on your circumstance and your state. We're going to be going over that this week. Also, we're expected to get the third stimulus check package this week. Details this week, possibly getting the bill this week. All sorts of brand new information coming this week. It's going to be another big week. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates regarding the next stimulus check and everything else, such as mortgage and rental assistance, student loan forgiveness, Social Security increases, the third stimulus check, unemployment bonuses, hazard pay. We cover it all here on this channel. And don't forget to give this video a like and help us reach 300,000 subscribers by subscribing down below. It's completely free. This way you won't miss out on new videos. All right, let's jump right in. As the United States passes over 25 million confirmed positive people that have tested positive with the virus at one point or another, and over 400,000 deaths, we're starting to see more travel restrictions and travel bans, not only in the United States, but also across the world. And this is a form of actually seeing lockdowns and shutdowns across the entire world, not just the United States. Israel, for example, is closing its only major airport to slow the spread of the virus. President Joe Biden has just passed new executive orders for a travel ban for most non-US citizens from other countries. Over 26 different countries cannot come to the United States with this new executive order travel ban. The president of Mexico just tested positive for the virus also, and it seems like this is not going away anytime in the near future. President Biden is also planning a very busy week of more presidential executive orders. Last week, which was his first full half week of being president, he passed over 30 different presidential executive orders on speeding up stimulus checks, passing more student loan payment pause, eviction and foreclosure moratoriums, money for increase for you guys for SNAP benefits, 15% more, WIC benefits, more additional money for food, expanding the eligibility, all sorts of different presidential executive orders, and more to come this week as they're passing more every single day. Now, remember, as we talked about in my last video on the 11 p.m. Eastern time video from last night, you can go back and watch that one if you haven't yet, about the presidential executive orders possibilities for student loan forgiveness and also things like Social Security increases and what they can and can't do with presidential executive orders. I'll link you to that video at the end of this video if you haven't watched it yet. Next up, let's hear from Senator Cardin regarding the third stimulus check package, which we're expecting to get more details on, and the package itself this week.
On the $1.9 trillion COVID relief package the administration wants to get done, your colleague, Republican colleague, Senator Mitt Romney, says he's willing to listen.
We'll listen to representatives of the White House today to understand their perspective. But if there are places that we missed in our proposal, we're happy to pick that up. The president wants to extend unemployment benefits. If people are still unemployed, that certainly is something we'd look at.
Senator, does his feedback encourage you?
It does. Look, again, if we're going to get the work done, we need to work in a bipartisan manner. We have a 50-50 division in the United States Senate. We recognize that the American people want us to deal with these issues and to listen to each other. So, yes, I think what is critically important is that we respond quickly. The urgency is there. Families are really hurting. Businesses are hurting. State and local government need help. The vaccine distribution needs to be more effective than it's been. So there's areas that have to be done quickly, but we need to work together.
There's some moderates who suggest 1.9 trillion after just passing 900 billion near the end of the year. Maybe a little rich for them. Is a la carte an option, taking some of the top priorities, perhaps?
Well, I think we should listen to what the economists are telling us. And these are economists that are in the entire spectrum of their political philosophy, telling us that we have to be bold in supporting our economy. So I'm not certain we can get the bipartisan support we need for a comprehensive next step to deal with COVID-19.
On the upcoming impeachment trial, Senator Marco Rubio has called it stupid. How do you respond, sir?
Well, first, I was pleased that we worked out a bipartisan schedule. So the trial will actually start on February the 8th. That gives the former president's team an opportunity to properly prepare their defense. It also allows us to get some of the business at hand with the President Biden's cabinet and these urgent issues before we start the trial. We have no choice. The articles have been sent to us by the House of Representatives. It's our responsibility to conduct a fair trial. And once we start, we have to work until we complete it. So I think all of us who are going to be potential jurors recognize the seriousness of our responsibilities. We also know the seriousness of what happened on January the 6th.
Now, yesterday, White House officials had a conference call with both people from the Democrats and the Republicans in the Senate to go over the final details of the third stimulus check package as they're drafting the bill right now. And they're also trying to get some Republican support so they can pass it in the Senate with 60 votes and not have to use their reconciliation card, which they can only use a few amount of times, in which they can pass it with just 51 votes in the Senate and not need any Republican support. They're going to try to get Republican support first. We have a lot of different confusing information on when the impeachment trial will start in the Senate. I've heard February 8th, but Senator Durbin is hopeful that they can pass the third stimulus check package before the impeachment trial. When the impeachment trial starts, it will take up some of the Senate's time. But remember, they have to have the bill and pass it in the House of Representatives before it even goes to a vote in the Senate. So at least Senator Durbin thinks that they're hopeful that they can pass this completely, the third stimulus check package, before the impeachment trial is even kind of taking up any of the Senate's time at all. Now, remember, when they pass this third stimulus check package, there's a lot more in there than just the stimulus checks. Of course, the stimulus checks are kind of like the main one that most people look forward to, but there's actually some additional provisions in there that are more money than the stimulus checks. So the stimulus checks are expected to be at least $1,400. That's $1,400 for adults, $1,400 for children this time around, which is more than double children have got before. In the first two stimulus checks, they got $500 and $600. This time it's going to be $1,400 for adults minimum, $1,400 for children, and $1,400 for adult dependents who missed out on the stimulus checks from the first and second stimulus packages. This time they're expected to get at least the $1,400, if not the $3,200, which would be the first, second, and third stimulus checks all in one shot, because they didn't get the first or second, and they are American citizens with Social Security numbers. We're also possibly going to see a push. We're already seeing the push, but we're possibly going to see the stimulus checks be larger. AOC and several Democrats are pushing to make the third stimulus check a full $2,000, not a what we call a $2,000 plus up bill, which is the $600 plus $1,400 to equal a total of $2,000. They're pushing to make it $2,000 for just the third stimulus check. So that's $2,000 plus the $600 would be $2,600 total from the second and the third stimulus check. Now, in addition to that, in the third stimulus check package, there's what I call different buckets of money in this package. We got an outline of it last week. We're expecting to get the bill for it this week and possibly have it voted on. what we are expecting is an additional $25 billion in rental assistance that goes directly to you guys, the American people, $25 billion and an additional $5 billion for utility assistance. This is the third stimulus check package. The second stimulus check package has $25 billion also. That's already been passed and approved. It's going out to the states right now. And likely this week, I will be able to get you guys to start claiming this money. All 50 states are getting a portion of this money, and they're going to be distributing it to you guys. So again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And since we're so busy right now, I will have videos for you guys at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, you won't get a notification for that because they only send out 3 per day per channel. So just remember an 11 p.m. video every night also. Click the bell icon next to the subscribe button down below so you get notifications for at least the first 3 videos, because we're going to have this mortgage and rental assistance coming out. We're going to have the stimulus check package coming out and the different buckets of money from that. Also, there's hazard pay in there, or a form of sick leave pay. The sick leave pay is actually up to $1,400 per week that you guys can claim if you have COVID, or if somebody you know has COVID and you have to care for them and take off work. They will actually pay you up to $1,400 per week. Or if you're caring for a child, or if your child has to stay home to quarantine, they'll actually pay you up to $1,400 per week in basically sick leave pay from the government in this new stimulus package to pay your wages basically from your job. We're also expecting an unemployment raise and an extension too. So they want to raise the unemployment boost from $300 per week to $400 per week every single week, and that will be likely extended to September 30th. We've already had the SNAP and WIC increases and expanded eligibility. So if you get SNAP or WIC, you will likely start getting 15% more. And if you didn't get the previous 15% increases, the expanded eligibility will likely make you get it this time. Also, if you think you might qualify for SNAP, which is also known as food stamps, or WIC, you should go and apply right now because they have an expanded eligibility that is probably either out right now or coming out very shortly. You might be able to qualify for it and basically get hundreds of dollars in free money from the government to spend on food every single month. So again, it's another form of stimulus, another form of the government supporting you guys. So I recommend you go out, just Google it, apply for, say, SNAP in Ohio, if you're from Ohio or whatever state you're in, and you'll be able to go and apply for that. Also, if you can, share this video. There's a share button down below so others like you will know about these different stimulus checks and different stimulus package programs that are coming out or basically already out that we will be walking you through this week. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video. In the last one, we talked about if you're missing your $600 stimulus check, you might want to watch that also. This video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have a program where I teach people how to sell on Amazon and replace their 9-to-5 income. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.